Awesome. So tell me about yourself. What's your name?
My name is Palash and I'm 25 years old. I'm into fittings business from last 5 years and yeah.
And is that car yours?
I just got this car 2 months back, and great part of this is that this was a surprise to my mom and dad, and it was from my very childhood. It was my dream to buy this car, and work was like my passion from like very childhood when I was in 4th standard or 5th standard.
So let me interrupt you, and I'm sorry about that. So could you tell us, like, well, how did you make it possible to earn this amazing car? I mean, we don't get to see this amazing car like everywhere all over India. So how did you make it possible to get that car?
In 2012, let me introduce myself from very starting stage. From my childhood, I was not a very bright student, and as other students, even I was a last bencher and not a very average student overall. And after completing my college, I entered into engineering. With some reason, I need to drop that on the second year itself. And after that, I managed to start with some business. And believe me, a startup business was like thinking over a business or thinking to start a business was a very difficult task, as I was not having any background with this. So basically, my family is into a small trading business, and what I planned was for a long-term manufacturing business, which was a completely new field for me. So getting into this, I started working as to be very frank, I started working as a helper in one company, and I used to do all the works for 12 hours. I completed all the courses for the required machine, and after that it was like after completing these courses and work of around 8 months, I planned to join to a business with starting with one CNC machines. I'll introduce what it is actually. I started my business with this experience, and which was not too high. Like 8 months is not a big experience, but I started with that small experience. And I planned for one CNC. I'll explain you what these machineries are of. Actually, I'm into turn component CNC machining, and in the very first stage in year 2012, I started with my business, and with 2 workers, 1 machine, and a small place in Chakan MIDC Pune, and it was very difficult in the starting stage to meet. I started my business with 1 worker, 1 CNC machine, and a small place. So this was completely a fresh and new setup for me. So it took around 1.5 months or plus to understand the exactly, because you know what, theoretical knowledge is completely different than what you experience in your practical, what you face in practical. This was quite a tough task for me, that starting a business with a freshly new market. So starting days were very struggling for me. It was like I used to work for like 12 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, and the output, you won't believe me, the output for the very first few months, it was around minus 10,000, minus 20,000. So this is what I faced in the very starting phase of my business. And after completing 1 year, it was a phase came in which I was completing a year. My balance sheet was showing me the digit of minus 3.8 lakh rupees, and this was very ridiculous, and I was very much depressed that I am facing this again and again in my life. This failures I was facing again and again. So my dad always motivated me, and he is and always will be a great mentor for me, who guided me from the starting stage till today. My dad always tells me the same thing, that you have to focus on one thing and you have to hold on it till you achieve. So this was a very
So you were like super persistent, like towards only one thing in life.
Yeah. I was very much focused at one thing, but not I actually. I'll tell you the fact. With the first year, I was very depressed, and I was planning for some other thing, to get into some other line or something like that. My dad always says that you cannot run behind 2 rabbits. You will catch neither of them. So what lesson he gave me after completing 1 year, he said it will take 1 year, it will take 1.5, it will take 2 years. But after 2 years, when you will be the player of your business, definitely you will be out of it, out of the losses and the phase which you're facing and struggling right now. I stayed focused on my business. After 1.5 years or 2 years, I'll introduce myself with what I was doing. So I was into manufacturing of automobile components, and I used to do labor charge for Mahindra and Mahindra. Then many bike components like Bajaj, I used to do Pulsar parts. Then I decided to get into my own product, which was hydraulic fittings. I made a study of it. In 2013, I established that product under the brand name of APW Hydraulics. In 2014, I started the marketing of my own product, and believe me, again, it was a very difficult task for me to again pitch my product with the already established already established brand in the market. To customer, it was very difficult to pitch my product, but meanwhile I was studying on this product, and I found very good things, and I kept my quality and the other aspects of my product very to the higher end. And in 2017, so after completing 1.5 years, finally my balance sheet digit came to 0, in which I was very happy, like no profit, no loss. Wow, that was a great moment for me. Nobody else must have celebrated this moment, but it was a very big moment for me to that I have achieved this 0. So which was a big thing for me. I got the good response from my customers for the quality, the delivery, and I made some good success in my machineries. In 2014, I was with 3 machines and 7 workers with me.
That's a big number.
Yeah, so in 2014 I met a good amount of customers along with the good marketing.
Getting into depth, telling everything to us.
Yeah.
Because people would start, like we were just hearing your story, like people will start and then it just fades away because they're not gaining anything out of it. And that's when they quit.
Right.
But you went back, you started your own product, but you never went back. You knew that you can do it. You know, as your father said, just run behind a single rabbit and you will be successful. Right? And you did that, and you started your own company, and the competition is always high. It's not as if there's no competition. There's always competition in every field, but you made sure that you provided quality and quantity to these people. And that made sure your company had a great start. So tell us more. Feel free.
In 2014 I planned to have a business coach. I would like to share with you one thing, that mentor is very important in your business or whatever you're doing. I'll tell you why. Because the direction in which you're running, whether it is right or wrong, is judged by a mentor. It was 4 years past, and after that I had a small success party. And yes, you should always celebrate your success, whether it is small or big thing, or whether you should always celebrate your success or the goal you have achieved. It makes you feel good. So in 2017, that is last year, I would like to tell you that I was in this year I was with 15 machines and 25 people working under me with 5 marketing staff. So total around 30 people were working with me. This struggle phase which I have faced in the very first few years, after standing at this position, I'll tell you what, the taste of success is awesome. It's just awesome.
At the end, you're having a balance of a minus digit, then you got back to 0. So right now, you got that car, so that means you have a bit of profit in your hand. Tell us about that.
So I'll tell you. As you said, I have seen days of minus 30,000, minus 35,000, minus 50,000, and also I've seen the days of plus 5 lakhs. So the thing is that it's not that where you have started, it's about where you reach or where you want to go.
Should you have a big setback and look at the things that you have done wrong, or just look forward and fix your mistakes and just keep on moving forward? What's your take? You're the experienced guy.
So the thing is, I love looking back, but looking back just to see from where you came. That's it, and you just have to focus on the
fixing the mistakes.
Fixing the mistakes, and whatever you have gone wrong, you have to be focused on one thing. Take 2 months time, 3 months time, 6 months times, but whatever you decide a purpose for your goal. Why you're starting that business, for what purpose you're starting that business. The main focus should be that there should be no turning back from any point of aspect, I would like to say. Because once you start putting your efforts in any business or any startup, and if you quit in between like 1 year or 1.5 years, it's a complete waste. So what I want to say is, anything you start with, any business or
so you
any
have
startup,
to be super persistent and be super consistent
yeah,
with it.
the consistency and patience is the key, or is the mantra for overall startups and overall business aspects.
And thank you again for spending so much time of your valuable
Great.
time to educate and help out the people who's watching this video right now. I
Thank you,
really
it's my pleasure.
appreciate it. Like,
Yes,
you know,
yes. Thank you,
when
thank
you
you.
have offered us today, and it was amazing meeting you, Palash.
Great.